Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
A
first down throw for Prescott. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott, he's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now the first play for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12.
Let's see what you got.
Prescott from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creep.
Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
Let's go.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Geis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mike 50, Mike 50. That's it. You better bring
Third down. Here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here we go. Hey, kill. Under pressure.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Prescott now. Going up top. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Haskins eluding the pressure right. He completes this to Sutton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Washington Redskins.
Let's go, first down.
On first down, this is Geis. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That one good for 26 and a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first and 10, it's Haskins. This is the tight end fan. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Geis with a carry on second down. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and get it with Geis. And Geis is going to be stopped short as he did not get the push he needed. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. Sanders' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You got nothing to run. You got nothing.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 17-7 is our score. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, check my 50. Mike is a 50.
Here's Prescott. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Here we go. 480. Mike 50. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Begin.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. Third and short yardage, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the ground, it's Geis. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Watch the slant, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Here's Geis. And that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That second down play nets a -4.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop me.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken on the 25. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He's going to fire one deep over them, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
We got this. Set, hut, keep for the base. 154. Let's go one more. Set.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down. Now it's Haskins. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Love. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Order. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Drop deep.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Complete to Terry McLaurin. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Got it. Come on, guys. 55. Bravo. Let's get that ball here. 66. Put it. Half.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and goal at the 5-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Mike 50. Hey, they're scared. Hey, Mike 50.
Haskins back to the air. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Cortland Sutton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14.
24. Cowboys 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire
blitz coming, and down he goes.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Throwing on second and long. Haskins, he's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Haskins now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a handoff. Geis going right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on second and 8. Haskins got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Here's Haskins. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
It's our time.
On first and 10, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's going to go down again. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Now Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 2nd and 10. Haskins, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back in. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Yeah, he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here's Prescott. And, it'll be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
A good pickup there, a 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is the classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And this is caught. It's Cooper. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Hey, kill. 27.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Prescott to throw on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins, and he finds Howard complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And he fires one, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now on second and 16. Prescott. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzama. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it second and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Now Prescott got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Geis. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Go, go. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Any weapon.
They'll run with Geis, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Haskins. He completes this to Sutton. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Cortland Sutton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 4, check 4. Single slot.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Oh, that's a big pickup right there. That play might have saved them. Now they got to get up to the line of scrimmage quick. They've got to spike it.
They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Check. Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep down. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Cooper was the intended target.
Intercepted. The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So, hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Washington, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.